Continuing with the unit of electricity for class 12th, today's topic is electrolysis. First, before going to electrolysis, let us go to some basic concepts. First basic concept is, what is a conductor? And what is an electrolyte? Conductor, any substance through which current can pass, is known as a conductor. For example, metals are conductors. Most common metals which act as conductors are aluminium and copper. You know that your electric fitting has wire. That wire is basically made up of copper. Because copper is a good conductor of electricity. So copper is your conductor. Similarly, your aluminium is conductor. Your iron is conductor. Most of the metals are good conductors of electricity. So about conductor, any substance through which current can pass is known as conductor. But here in electrolysis, the term which we will have to deal with is electrolyte. Electrolyte is again a substance through which current can pass, but there is only one difference between conductor and electrolyte. An electrolyte should be either in molten state or it should be in aqueous solution state. Aqueous solution means solution of that substance in water. So, now what is an electrolyte? Electrolyte is again a substance through which current can pass, but either in molten state means in melted state, or in aqueous solution state. So this is all about electrolyte. Now we can go to electrolysis. Now what is electrolysis? Electrolysis is the decomposition of that electrolyte by the passage of electric current through its molten state or aqueous state or aqueous solution. So when current passes through an electrolyte, that electrolyte decomposes, that ionizes, that breaks up into ions. And this process is known as electrolysis. To explain this, explain the process of electrolysis, we have here a tank. This is a tank. This tank should be made up of glass or any other bad conductor of electricity. Please remember, this tank, this outer tank, this should be made up of either glass, because glass is a bad conductor of electricity, or it can be any other bad conductor of electricity. So this tank is known as electrolytic tank. In this electrolytic tank, what we do, we power an electrolyte. We power any electrolyte in it. Suppose if we take an example of electrolyte as NaCl, molten NaCl. Molten NaCl. NaCl is an electrolyte. So this is an electrolyte that has been poured into this water tank, which is acting as electrolyte. And in this example, I have taken molten NaCl as electrolyte. So this is molten NaCl. This is all molten sodium chloride. Now, in this electrolytic tank, what we do, we dip two metal rods. These are two metal rods. Metal, why? Because metals are good conductor of electricity. All metals, most of the metals are good conductor of electricity. These are two metal rods that have been dipped into the electrolyte. These two metal rods which are dipped into the electrolyte are known as electrodes. So there are two electrodes, one this one and another this one. These two metal plates are known as electrodes. these two electrodes are connected to a battery. This is a battery here. This is a battery. So your two electrodes, they are connected to a battery. As you know, a battery has a positive terminal and a negative terminal. This is the positive terminal of the battery and this is the negative terminal of the battery. Now this electrode, the electrode which is connected to positive terminal, this is positive terminal of the battery. The electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery is known as anode. So please note, what is anode? An anode is an electrode. This is electrode. This is also electrode. Both are electrodes. But this electrode is connected to positive terminal of the battery, and that is why it is known as anode. So anode is an electrode connected to positive terminal of the battery. Then we have another electrode. This is another electrode, but this is not connected to positive terminal. This is connected to negative terminal of the battery, and this electrode is known as cathode. So there are two electrodes, one known as anode, the another known as cathode. In other words, anode is positive electrode. The positive electrode is known as anode and the negative electrode is known as cathode. So this is all about these two electrodes. Now what happens when this battery is connected? Current passes through these metal plates, these electrodes, this cathode and anode, and goes into this electrolytic solution. Now this electrolytic solution, in this example, I have taken sodium chloride. This is sodium chloride, NaCl. This is NaCl. When current passes through it, when current passes through this NaCl is this time in molten state. If this NaCl is in molten state, then this is an electrolyte. So this time sodium chloride is an electrolyte. And what I am doing, I am passing electric current by means of this battery. When electric current passes through this NaCl, what happens to this NaCl? This NaCl gets decomposed. It gets ionized. It changes into ions. It breaks into ions. So it will form ion. That is sodium ion plus chloride ion. That is your molten NaCl. It has split. It has decomposed. It has broken up into two kinds of ions. One ion is sodium ion and the other ion is chloride ions. So what happens when electric current passes through molten NaCl? Your NaCl, which is acting here as an electrolyte, it decomposes, it splits up, it breaks up into oppositely charged ions. By oppositely charged ions, I mean sodium ion, this is positive ion, and chloride ion, negative ion. The positive ion is known as cation and the negative ion is known as anion. So here we have again two terms, cation and anion. Cation is a positively charged ion. All positively charged ions are known as cations and all negatively charged ions are known as anions. So these ions are formed in this electrolyte when current passes through it. That means these are cations, positive, 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 positive. These are all cations. And here in this example, these are sodium ions, sodium ion, sodium ion, sodium ion, sodium ion. These are all sodium ions. That is, these are all cations. On the other hand, I have anions. And here in this example, the anions are chloride. These are chloride ions, negative ions. All negative ions are chloride ions here. All positive ions are sodium ions here. So what happens when current passes through this electrolyte? We get sodium ions and chloride ions, or in other words, cations and anions. Now, when these cations and anions are formed, they get separated. They get decomposed. Your electrolyte gets decomposed into sodium ion and chloride ion. That means into cation and anion. What happens to those cations and anions? Those cations and anions, they begin to move to these electrodes, that is your cathode and anode. Now the question arises, which ion moves to which electrode? For that purpose, we should remember that cations, these are all cations. Cation means positively charged ion. They always move to negative electrode, oppositely charged electrode. This is oppositely, if these are positively charged, this electrode is negatively charged. So please remember that your cations, they stick, they get attached to the oppositely charged this electrode, that is cathode. So cations move towards cathode and anions move towards anode. And what happens? Your here in this example, if I take the example of sodium chloride, this electrode, that is your cathode, their sodium ions get accumulated. They get stuck. So here we get which ions? Sodium ions in this example, sodium ions. But as far as these chloride ions are now concerned, these chloride ions, these are sodium ions. Please see here, this is sodium ion plus 1 electron gives sodium, and your this reaction takes place at cathode. What happens at cathode? Your sodium ions loses 1 electron, rather it gains 1 electron to become sodium atom. This sodium ions is formed at cathode. So at cathode, what happens? Sodium ion gets stuck. Sodium ions is formed. And at anode, what happens at anode now? At anode means this electrode, that is positively charged electrode. Your chloride ions, they get accumulated. This is chloride ion losing 1 electron, forming chlorine atom. So what happens? This chlorine atom is formed at anode. But as you know that you can't get chlorine, you get chlorine in the form of chlorine gas. So here what happens? Your Cl, 2 atoms can combine to form this chlorine gas. Now here at anode, 2 types of changes have taken place. In the first case, what has taken place? Chlorine atom has been formed, and in second case, at anode, chlorine gas has been formed. So this stage is known as primary stage. First stage. This is primary stage, and this is secondary stage. So this is all about electrolysis. Concluding, electrolysis is a process. This is a process by which what happens? An electrolyte gets decomposed by passing electric current into ions. What happens to those ions? Those ions get accumulated towards oppositely charged electrodes, and this whole process is known as electrolysis. And this is all for today. Thank you very much.